out. Ember Spirit's out. So no global battles is one of Mid-One's favorite heroes. And we're still waiting for, like, if we look at this, we can basically say we're looking for the 3 cores. That's what's left, and that's what both teams are banding out, priority-wise. The Lycan just being removed. It's one of Matomaman's favorite heroes. The Venomants are now being taken out by Team Liquid. It could cause some real problems in the lanes. Wards on ward action. Shadow Shaman actually ends up losing that one in the late game.
It's also a hero that gives vision against Night Stalker. That's what Secret might have actually wanted. They've played the safe lane Veno on MP on multiple occasions, similar to the Necrophos. So Liquid have targeted MP very much in the second phase, and we'll see what his plan B is here. We've seen some Phantom Lancer for him. For now, it's going to be the Bat Rider, so this will put the Clockwork onto a support role, with Bat Rider being played by Kezu. He was very good at that yesterday.
It actually works really nicely to also block the pick from Team Liquid. If they actually got the Bat Rider and the Night Stalker together, running that 4-position Night Stalker, 3-position Bat,
it's strong.
It would have been really difficult for Team Secret to take a fight.
At the same time, it's like one of these damn it if you do, damn it if you don't situations where, yes, you could give the Bat Rider away, but at the same time, you just pick Bat Rider into Night Stalker, who limits your visions. It's like, you know, it doesn't feel the greatest maybe for Secret to pick this hero, but they're very confident in Kezu's ability, and like you said, it's also semi-deny pick, so it's probably all right.
They just have to coordinate a little bit better. Like, you got Clockwork, Rocket Flare. This will give you a little bit more eyes. And it's a lot of deep push now. Like, you got a little bit of spam into the wave. You got the Illuminate. You got the Firefly. So it's not that easy for Team Liquid just to walk into a fight. And they are looking to force. Like, you got a Shadow Shaman. You're wanting to push down towers nice and early on. So Team Liquid needed some team fight control, and the puck will offer this.
Yes. It's got some nice synergy with their lineup in general, I think. You know, Night Stalker goes in, you want to run away, then you're coiled, then you can't run away. That's kind of annoying. What I'm wondering when I look at these Secret picks is whether they're considering to put Bat Rider safe lane and do some aggro shenanigans with either Coddle Clockwork or Coddle something. And even, you know, you actually have the option in that case of even swapping roles around, still playing a different kind of position. We'll see. Here comes the Invoker of Mid-One. I believe this hero has had a pretty poor tournament overall in terms of win rate. I think there's been definitely more games lost than won. Okay, now I'm saying definitely. That's a bad thing to do when you haven't checked the stats. My gut tells me that Invoker has lost more games than it has won. The very memorable game, of course, that he won was the marathon yesterday between Empire and IG. Or was it IGV? IGV.
That was the paparazzi game.
120-minute defensive game with Invoker and Drow.
The 48 fantasy points for one game for the Invoker.
That was quite something.
It was pretty nice. But it's also fantastic. So Mid-One gets that one. Synergizes nicely with Clockwork and Bat Rider, so they can go for nice ganks and then still have that bonus damage from the Sunstrike. Difficult for Shadow Shaman in fights when he wants to stand still and continue to channel. Shackles and the Brood Mother is up. Well, that answers our off-lane question, as well as our mid-lane question. Or you would throw it to mid?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
That's one of Invoker's big weaknesses as a pick, is that he can't really go anywhere else than mid. I mean, you can technically put him safe lane, but in a lot of games that's going to be hard to use. He's not that good at pressuring the offlaner. He needs the levels. Invoker can't play this lane. This is the absolute worst matchup out of any for Invoker. Broodmother, impossible. Like, you're not going to play this lane. So, you have a problem now if you're Team Secret. Either you need to really assist this mid lane a lot to secure your Invoker a game, or you have to look into alternative laning placement where you do put that Invoker safe lane, which would end up creating a lot of chaos. I think this is a kind of one of those, like, Trump picks almost from Liquid here that will really dictate the pace of this game. I love this Brood pick. As much as I hate Brood, I can appreciate a good pick.
Well, maybe you can finally get your Zeus pick up for the mid lane. 10 seconds. You were waiting for it for a while.
Zeus is not going to solve this problem either. You need a hero. So what Brood generally commands in the game, in the draft, is that the enemy needs to have a hero that can deal with Brood almost on its own. Because else there's like constant pressure on you to kill this guy, to ward off this guy, blah, blah, blah. You want a hero like Sand King or Axe or Darkseer that can just, you know, you're on Brood duty for the next 20 minutes, enjoy your game. And then we're playing Dota on the other side of the map. And Secret don't have that pick, and I don't know what they can get. Like, Bat Rider can pass as a Brood counter in lane, or at least as a hero that can maybe stand there, but I think he eventually loses anyway to this Brood. Secret don't have that pick. I wonder what route they're going to go here. They do ban the PL. That was actually the pick I was going to suggest Liquid take fourth here. I thought they were going to go for the PL. I saw a lot of promise in that pick in this game, but they're going to ban out the Sven. So getting rid of a carry that could stand against the Brood, potentially in mid. And yeah, we'll see. I'm glad I'm not Secret right now. I'll say that. Just from a drafting perspective. I think this is one of the drafting nightmares, is this kind of Brood pick. Kuro probably has like this smirk on his face right now. Does he? Matoma Man's warming up. I'm getting to play Brood.
we got this, boys.
You know what? It doesn't surprise me that this guy's a Brood player. You know why? He's playing all of these annoying heroes, you know? Like, think of Matumba Man's hero pool. Necrophos.
What was that? You just see GH at the end though, just like slapping his leg.
Let's go, boys. Poppy's like, let's remake, boys. So, what's Matumba Man's active hero? Like the hero pool that you connect with Matumba Man. He plays Safe Lane, Lone Druid, Necrophos, Timbersaw, Broodmother. Not a bad choice here. I like this from Team Secret. This is a hero that can deal with that brood of Matumbas. It will be Miracle on Lifestealer. That's something very unique because it's one of Matumba Man's best heroes. I didn't mention that one as well, but you know, just fits the bill, right? He also plays Lifestealer.
So, let me just find a list of 20 heroes which you can't say during the drafting phase for 2 seconds.
That's going to go on Miracle because Matumba is their brood player. And that's going to be interesting to see. I don't think I've seen Miracle play Lifesteal a single time while being a member of Team Liquid because it's one of Matumba Man's absolute flagship heroes. So very interesting to see here. MP will be thrown onto that Bristle and mid one on the Invoker. And what to look out for in this game, you know I like to say when the game starts, like, have a look at the first 10 to 15 minutes, how the things move. I think in this patch, it's a lot more about the mid game. In this game, it's about how do the lanes get set from minute 0. Because this Brood has the potential to ruin the game. And not in your classic pub kind of way where he grieves. Actually just makes Secret want to leave minute 5.
He actually is a good player.
We're going to see. We're going to see how it goes. I've hyped up the Brood a lot now. Now watch it fall completely flat and be useless. There we go.
Then it'll be like, oh, we'll just send the Bristle back into the lane. And then he gets completely cool sprayed out because Chakra is just giving MP the biggest buff up in the world.
So what I'm thinking about here is what type of lane Secret want. So the thing that's very obvious is that they want Bristle to face Brood. That is the number one thing. The way they can secure this is by putting Bristle mid and Invoker safe lane, in which case Invoker would be facing an offlane Puck, which is a Puck-favored matchup. So Secret has to help with their supports, which are Clockwork and Coddle, which are both not that good against Puck.
And Coddle kind of has to stay on the safe lane anyway, and then, unless they're going to run an aggro lane and put K to the safe lane. Maybe that's when they push the Bristle and the Coddle to the off lane instead.
And in the meantime, you have Liquid having the Lifestealer versus Batrider matchup. I'm trying to place these lanes in the optimal way for Secret, and I can't find a winning constellation on laning. I actually can't see it. Lifestealer beats Batrider in lane. He's also pretty good against Bristle, and he's good against Invoker, so there's 3 good core matchups for Lifestealer in lane. Broodmother is amazing against Invoker and good against Bat, but okay against Bristle. It's not like you lose by playing against Bristle, he just does well. And then finally you had that Puck matchup that we talked about, who can play against all 3 cores. So I love this draft from Liquid from a laning perspective. I think it's very, very well constructed here by Kuro. And if they get off to a good start here with their laning, this could be this could actually become a very one-sided game, Toby.
Well, we're getting out laning now, so just to check through it all, Yamsaw and Batrider are currently hovering around the top lane, so looks like Kezu will run top. He'll be going against the Puck of Mind Control on the top lane. Pushes towards the mid. Mid one is the Invoker. No full surprise there. He is sitting around for the rune, so it looks like they are going to push MP to the bot lane. Mid one will have to go up against Matumba in the mid, and it's Miracle's Lifestealer on the offlane. GH and Kuro are down there with him at the moment as the Night Stalker as well as Shaman hovering around that first bounty rune. And Yapso will try and contest him. And I don't know if he's going to force GH to stick around. Kezu's come in. There goes at least your first one. They're going Sticky Napalm as the first level. Luminous able to connect over on GH. They'll remove 2/3 of his life.
Good harass.
But that's all.
Oh, this is an interesting item build from the Night Stalker, by the way. What we most of the time see NS do is buy boots and go Tango and Clarity. But he went for the stick plus Windlace, assuming that he would either be playing around Batrider's lane or maybe just... or the Bristle lane. Both heroes use spells so much that this stick can become very high value. This is very smart itemization from GH.
Team Secret actually did switch around. So Kezu's on bottom, Bristle's on top, and Poppy is currently just contesting GH as he moves between the lanes.
So we do have a Brood versus Invoker in mid.
We do. Good luck mid one. Wait, Puppey can actually get this. With the help of Roshan, GH is putting a rock in a hard place now.
He has sticks.
Oh, Roshan turns around him. You're right, 4 stick charges. Puppey's still going to try and force him. Like, his clarity's up. He'll burn his clarity straight away. He thought maybe he'd try and deny himself up to Ancients. GH is almost baiting him in. It's like, come on, you think I'm going to deny myself? Another clarity, Puppey. He's got a Luminate available. Keep the range harassment going if he guesses the angle right, and GH knows it. That's why he puts down the Observer Ward. So he knows exactly what Puppey is up to. What is this chase? Top lane, MP's being forced back underneath the tower. The orb's only going to hit the wave up there, but finally GH will move back past the tier 2 tower. Puppey, the man on the horse, is now 1 out.
That's some of the clowny stuff I've seen in this tournament. That was so weird. They effectively waste each other's time, so there's like no net gain for either team. I don't know who I would say this favors most, that he goes back to base here on the Night Stalker. I guess he has to buy TP. Nice 50 gold reward there. But the Caudal at least not finding any space or any levels from that, and had to use all his mana. I guess that's the thing. He used both clarities. All right, I want to have a look at mid right now, because this is when mid gets scary. Matumba Man has hit level 3 and he's starting to build an army, and mid 1 is starting to
die.
Yeah, starting to get upset.
At least he has a sentry ward down.
Yes, that is a requirement to even stand remotely. That's not a word, but to even remotely stand a chance in this lane, you need to absolutely have a sentry. But
the issue is his Tornado doesn't do enough damage, so Matumba just runs in, gets the spiders in front of him, blocks him up, and he's trying to get up the ramp. Mid 1's so low, there's no spawn spiralings, there's not enough mana. He tries to GG branch his way around. Actually, was that Matumba's or mid 1's? I don't know if he tried to consume it. Yeah, it was Matumba's. He body blocked him with the GG branch.
Nice play top from Secret, though.
MP able to get the kill on both GH and Mind Control underneath the tower.
Yeah, this is big for Secret that this lane goes well, because this mid is going to be a problem. But when they manage to get this double kill on their Bristle top with both the Night Stalker and the Puck dying, they make sure that Bristleback gets to have a good game here, and then they can maybe use him again on Brood duty later. If he is doing well in his other lane, he can solve this problem later, perhaps. Bottom lane, we do have the Miracle off-lane Lifestealer against Kezu's safe lane Batrider, and that is actually still going to favor the Lifestealer. It's just a good matchup overall. Kezu will get a lot of farm here with the Firefly on the stack.
Unless Miracle tries to contest it, Yapsol's going to burn off a little bit of mana and keep Miracle down the hillside.
Stopped him a bit there.
Yeah.
This lane starts getting especially scary for the Batrider when the Lifestealer gets Phase and Orb of Venom, because then you actually just run at the Batrider the whole time and pressure him. So the reason they're keeping Clockwork down here this much is that they need to secure that.
Kuro's going to rip in through the rear. Tornado doesn't control enough, and well, there's no point up in Shackles just yet. He's got the extra point, but because of the Cold Snap and the tower damage, mid 1 will get the kill on the support of Kuro. Wondering where that second level was, if he was trying to work out if he needed Shock or Shackle.
I'm surprised he even skilled Hex level 1.
Bristleback's dead on top. He can't escape from this. Mind Control's got to be careful as well. Or maybe he can. Salves up in the tree lines. GH already has 4 Quill Spray stacks on him. Make that 5 now. Gets the Void onto MP, but yeah, MP.
This is the Night Stalker dream. Nighttime with level 1. He's actually slower than Bristle. MP's trying to run him down. He could kill him here.
If he can keep the sprays
up. He didn't get level 2 from the
Mind Control's coming in as well. Thanks to the Observer Ward, MP knew exactly what he was up against, and GH will die. MP now has his 3rd kill of the offlane.
So I did say going into the game that Night Stalker isn't GH's necessarily like most known hero, but this is not good. And that's not because he can't play it by any means. It's just like the way things have flowed and the decisions that have been made have not really favored him very well. Now he's going to go here for MP.
Yeah, all forward from Mind Control. MP though.
Good pressure.
He's got so much regeneration. When you've just got the Soul Ring as well as the Ring of Regen, you're already at 6.7. That's without eating a Tango.
They forced the Shrine out at least. He's going to Soul Ring probably and farm a camp here.
Mid lane again, Matumbaman moving forward. The battle for the Invis in mid is just hilarious to watch. It's Sentry, and mid one's just holding on to the shared Tango so we can like counter Sentry if Matumbaman drops his Sentry. But that's one way to do it. Send the army of Spiderlings forward, and then you take the Sentry yourself. And then the Sentry gets taken back from the Sentry. Sentry Wars.
Look at that damage, though. He just puts the medallion onto mid one and sent his spiders in. Look at the damage of that.
He's got spawn spiralings. No, he doesn't. Soul Ring's on cooldown.
Had tornado.
It buys some space, but not enough. He can cold snap onto Matumberman, allows Poppy to do something, but the spiders are still hunting under the tier 2 tower. Matumberman doesn't care. Known as one of the funnest divers in the game. Now Yapsaw trapped in with spiders. Matumberman can't get outside the cogs. At least the Illuminate's going to get rid of a couple of them. The Rocket does the rest. But Kuro is now in the mid lane with a 1-1-1 on him. An Invoker to return. Yapsaw's got no mana. He can't really fight this. All they can do is just try and intimidate them back off the lane. But look at that CS. It's 51-7 for the Matumberman in the mid lane.
This is something that Brood can do that no other mid hero can do. It can farm the side camps in this triangle area while laning. It's very powerful to be able to do this. That's why his CS is going to shoot through the roof, and why he can safely build up an army of spiders. He can just retreat to this area for a little bit, get his army back up, and then head in toward mid. Here comes his army again, and now mid one will be in trouble again. He can't really cross the river, as it looks, honestly.
He's bringing dust this time.
And that's another problem, man. The support duo of Secret's just not good at killing Brood. Like, Clockwork is... You can't use battery assault, man. There's going to be spiders everywhere. You're just going to hit spiders all the time with the battery. And Coddle doesn't have any lockdown for the Brood to kill him. So it's like close to the perfect Brood game, this one.
That's a good observer ward. It's able to see GH. He's just trying to wrap around the back. Mid one, able to get the tornado into a call snap. And Kezu's nearby. And they actually give it to Kezu. Not a bad thing, because he's going to bring him very close to his drums of endurance. Got some good levels on the Batrider. Is this the lane changer? Like, you give Yapsaw now the bottom lane so he can get his level 6 and then eventually start like stealing kills. And then you put the Batrider into the mid to deal with the Broodmother. Stops the counter push, can burn up a lot of the spiders.
Where does Invoker go?
Bottom lane. Like, it's the only semi-safe place he can farm.
But you just put Clockwork there.
Yeah, but after Clockwork hits 6,
you
rotate him out.
Yeah. By the way, we didn't even talk about this, but mid one felt forced to play Quaswex.
He had to push Miracle away, and then just TPs the Void. It's going to cancel it. Miracle, he's got stick charges, 1 charges in fact, allow him to get his mana back from everything that Yapsaw burnt off, so that's an easy kill onto the tier 1 tower. At the end of the first nighttime cycle.
Yeah, with the Invoker playing Quaswex, that's something we really should have talked about. Mid one always plays Quaswex Sword. But in this game, he feels like he has to play Quaswex to at least stand a chance in mid. That means he will have low farm.
Go embrace your former teammate, Kuro. Puppy is just standing there. Mid one will come to help out, and Kuro will go down. Mind Control, throwing the orb, but it's too far away from Kezu. Even just safety wands, in case.
It's going to be really interesting to see what mid one does here. I don't remember the last time he played Quaswex, so he's going to... Quaswex generally goes for like phase boots into either Orchid or Force Staff. Maybe a Midas along the way is maybe a requirement, actually.
Phase boost for him are on the courier.
Yeah, he's got those coming out. I think he's going to go Midas next to try to like get farm in this game. The thing about Quaswex, though, is that it scales a lot slower than Quaswex Sword. So the way Quaswex generally does well in the game is by finding kills and using something like the Drow Aura to amp you up so that you're strong. But they don't have that this game. If he went Quaswex Sword, I think he couldn't even lane mid. Like, at least this way he's getting something. He has 50 CS minute 9, which is actually pretty remarkable considering what he's up against.
Yep, but Matumberman's coming back. GH able to get the Void off. Mid one needs the movement speed, and well, he's got it for the moment. Kezu's on the way in. Nice tornado into the EMP. Kezu has his level 7, which means Lasso is up. Broodmother, he cannot drag him back close enough, but he has to keep the Firefly on. But Matumberman up the hill and almost away. Mid one, what would you give for a Sunstrike right now? Or for Matumberman just to stick around? Oh, you do no damage. You're a Quaswex.
Yeah. That was a nice attempt from Kezu, though, coming in at a good time and getting that lasso off. When Brutus dusted, he moves pretty slowly in these webs since he loses those 20% move speed. So they were able to run at him, but not fast enough. GH saving him there with the Void on the Batrider, taking him away. So
MP has actually had the best time on this bottom lane. Like, he's forced Mind Control to burn Dreamcall for no reason before. He's getting a lot of CS down here. He's building up on his items, and he is going to go for the Hood to start with extra life, sustainability.
Yeah, and I haven't talked too much about the lifesteal. It's been a pretty quiet game apart from mid where a lot of the action has been happening, but lifesteal is going to go for a Midas here. Miracle is very close to that. And
maybe even talk about the supports too. Talk about the difference in the farm. It's the Keeper of the Light who has been really uncontested. He's just been pushing back the top lane.
Yeah.
After Bristleback left, Puppy's just been sitting in these two camps, stacking, farming, already has his buckler up and running, and could look for something else as a saving item. I think he did this in the previous games where he went for a 4-star straight up the Tranquils.
Mid.
Yeah, issues, Dream Call, Yapsaw, Cogs will create a little bit of space. The Dream Call from Mind Control's holding him there. And with the safety illuminate from Puppy flying over their shoulders, MP TPing in, they're going to push and take this mid-tier 1 tower.
Full 5-man squad of Secret here to get this tower away from the Broodmother.
Yeah, Puppy's already left. He realizes he shouldn't be here as well. Up to top lane, keep the defense going. If he wants to recall someone up, he can do so. But that
nice
tier 1 tower
there.
goes the way of Team Secret.
Yep. Good rotations. It's expensive to bring 5 heroes there, but I still think it's worth it to get that Brood tower down. Open up the map, push that wave out a bit. Should give them more safety around their own jungle, so maybe Invoker can start catching up. He is going for that Midas, by the way. Almost has it, as a matter of fact. The recipe plus, wow. He's going to get a 12-minute Midas on Quaswex against Brood. This is really impressive stuff from mid one.
It helps when he gets the last hit in the tower. Like, that injection of money has gone a long way.
He also has 90 CS.
To the,
I guess he
got,
got
103 of Brood. He got a lot of Spiderlings.
He must have got a lot of Spiderlings in that mid-fight. That gives him a lot of gold here. Very nice for him. That's the phase, or sorry, the Midas coming out just now. And yeah, interesting to see for me, because I know this matchup is like unwinnable for Invoker. When you're Quaswex Sword, it's just impossible. But I didn't know how well Quaswex actually fares. He's still losing the lane, but it's not as much as I thought he would, even as Quaswex. So
it's not going to restrict the scaling of mid one's Invoker.
No, he's just going to probably start building into Exord at this point with his Midas. He's going to get the levels in time. Might see him go for the experience gain talent now on 15, just to make sure he gets to peak at the right time instead of the Forge Spirit summoned.
Actually seems kind of funny. Like, you're going to get like the earlier items onto Team Secret that allow them to fight before you have them on Team Liquid. Like, Miracle's still trying to build himself into his armlet. He kind of needs that to fight. Losing Kuro is not going to help out either. Mid one claims his 3rd kill of the game. But you're going to have Bristleback with both a Hood and a Vanguard in the next minute.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem to bring down.
Yep.
We're also going to have a Broodmother with Radiance in 10 seconds. So that helps. 13-minute Radiance for...
God, have we just baby-nighted this up now?
This is going to be the standard build for mid-broods that you'll see in this tournament, I think. Maybe plus minus the medallion. It depends on personal preference, I think. But the Radiance, it's just... Brood gets this the fastest in the game. Like, there's no contesting this. Who can get a Radiance minute 13 this patch like this?
Oh, where's the hookshot? Yapsaw? He had vision on Kuro, but it's the invisible Night Stalker with the lifesteal sitting inside of him, right on top of mid one. They get the silence off. Invoker cannot actually invoke up his Ghost Walk. Does he have enough time and life? He does not, even with the 1 charges. Yapsaw will trap GH inside the cogs. He'll burn it by taking to the flight. As Yapsaw open wounds in 3 seconds time. Hook shots down to Kezu. He's already back in the safety of the shrine.
Nice teamwork to get out of that one, but they still get the big kill. They got mid one, that's what they came for.
But they couldn't have expected the invis room from the Night Stalker.
No.
All of their vision is pretty defensive, looking for the invasion into their top area, where the Keeper of the Light was farming. And Puppy does have the defense. Kuro commits Mass Serpent Wards, but they just lost their wave. So these Mass Serpent Wards won't last long, and in fact already Kezu triggers the Drum Charge, trying to catch up to Kuro, who's already very, very low. He's got Shackled with a Flame Break and Firefly on top of him. He needs one more sticky Napalm Charge, and the tick from Flame Break, it's just worn off, so Kuro does still have the life. 3rd sticky Napalm Charge up as Matumberman. Well, he'll kill off Bristleback. The Clockwork Rocket will find that kill as well onto Kuro behind the tower. Well, with no tier 1 tower, it was already sitting at like 100 HP. Matumberman just dove in after the Bristle. Difficult kill to get, but he got it.
Yeah, so Liquid just took 3 towers in a row there. Or actually, never mind, they didn't get the top one, but it was close. Brood mid tower got denied by Bristle, but then he got killed. Mind Control took the bottom tower because no one was there, and this top tower is now low. And this is how a lot of Brood games go. Like, at some point you lose control. Unless you have that core matchup that just does so well. And
if you get the Blink Dagger on Kezu, then you're going to have that matchup doing well.
Then you have a way of catching the Brood.
Yep.
The problem is this Brood is currently...
Okay, you catch the Night Stalker, that'll work. Tornado up, and GH. He was trying to snipe the Courier who was chasing it before, and kind of hung around too long.
This is... I know I'm talking a lot about the Broodmother, but this really is like the story of the game. When you pick Brood, it's a Brood game.
Yeah.
And Look at his net worth, man. Just look at that.
9.6. What's his goal per minute? I'm like, hey, can you beat an Alchemist? Probably not. Dream Call, catching out Puppey, so Keeper of the Light. Troublesome, but there's no follow-up damage. Once Ether Shock's already been used, now Mind Control on the run, has his Phase Shift and Orb, gonna try and get the distance. It goes into the tree line. Maybe not as far away as he would have liked to. But luckily for him, Yapsol does not have his hookshot available.
A secondary thing to consider in this game as well, by the way, is the economy of the Radiant team. They have to buy so many sentries. That hurts supports. You can really feel it in some games that the supports are starved because of sentries. Fortunately, they have the Coddle to be able to do it. But look at Puppey. You were saying he was farming so much. His gold is going into sentries. He still has Tranquil's Buckler minute 16, and I don't know if how much he's really progressing here.
He's got a Glimmer Cape.
Okay,
on
he
the
got
courier.
a Glimmer Cape. That's good.
He was getting a lot of money.
It's very good for them that they have this type of hero that can farm as a support and get rid of these spiderlings, so Puppey can keep the economy flowing. You don't want to be buying sentries all game as clockwork. Like, that would be really, really bad.
Bidwin's actually killing so many spiderlings just from, like, Tornado. Like, they're being massively grouped up. Now, Infest pop out. You can say goodbye to Yapsor. Silence, so he cannot cog, but Lifestealer and GH, they're in very, very deep. The EMP's down, so they run into this one. Everyone's Bone Drive mana. Miracle wants to escape. Broodmother now going to get cliffed. Not really cliffed, but then again, she cannot get down as long as she continues to take damage. Those webs won't work. They have to create space. Kuro does it with the Mass more smack bang in the middle of the fight, but MP's got himself a double kill, looking for a triple on the GH, and Puppey denies himself to the neutral creeps.
Oh my god, did you see that? He didn't run into the camp. The Satyr just poked its head out, just ran at him and clubbed him once on the top of the head, and he got killed. I think he's very happy with that. He's probably going to die to the Night Stalker.
Well, after we see if Mind Control can escape from this, he's got some mana. Phase Shift, Orb is on cooldown for the moment. Here comes Bat Rider, a Flame Break, just trying to interrupt him for the moment. There goes your Phase Shift to Orb. They'll tend him down south, and he's actually dead. So
we're gonna
let's see the fight once more.
So this is a really good response from Team Secret here. This is the perfect way of playing it. They get the EMP in, so Matumba has no mana. He gets dragged up on the cliff by Kezu. They kill Miracle up here with the Bristle, I believe. He will eventually bring him down, I think. Yeah. And at this point, this fight is really hard for Liquid because their highest net worth hero can't play. He's doing Radiance damage, but that's it. And now Puppey just barely surviving. But that was about the best fight Secret could have hoped for. That was really well done by them. The quick response to the kill on Yapsor, like you said, Liquid were in deep with the Night Stalker and the Lifestealer, and Secret very quickly brought over the rest of their lineup to take that fight, and everyone contributed exactly what they had there. So, nice stuff from them. Bringing them back to a pretty even footing in this game, actually. It was starting to look bad for them, but that was a 3k swing on gold. Experience actually leading now.
And they're looking to go further ahead. A 4-man smoke up. The dive vision was too far south, so they did not see this. As the Blink Dagger Lasso. That's what they want to start this with. Kezu is the man, GH is the one they don't want. But I guess they'll take whatever they can get. So, Night Stalker, Mr. Plate Mail first, is going to get brought down by Team Secret.
I guess he's going to go for a Lotus Orb.
Yep.
Against the Bat Rider mainly, and against Mana Leak.
But this is such a good move now from Team Secret. Like, you're able to get the kill, you get aggressive vision down, and they do what they want to do on top lane. Take out the tier 1 towers, try and restrict the tower vision and the tower positions of Team Liquid. So if the Brood does come out, there's not a quick and easy TP right behind him. And MP is fantastic at bringing down towers. Soon, with the money that they've claimed from this, he'll also pick up his Solar Crest. When this tower goes down, he'll have the cash for it.
This is a max Wex Alacrity, by the way, so that gives a lot of attack speed. Not so much damage, but the attack speed is very nice when you're like Bristle.
Yapsor's coming in behind them. He's got his hook shot available. Shadow Shaman able to get the Mass Morse down. Doesn't trap in Yapsor with the shackles. Maybe it will be enough. And the silence, it does do its work. MP's arrived. Hasn't spent that money yet, so doesn't have the Solar Crest available. But he'll move in to try and follow up the Mass Serpent Wards. Mind Control might have something to say about this. With that jump in, Infest Bomb, Kezu dies so quickly. And Broodmother, well, there's not a lot of man to work with because, again, they ran into the EMP willingly, Team Liquid. But they're not going to push the tower too heavily.
This is a very high impact build on Brood right now. He went for the Mask of Madness, so he's putting his net worth to use, and this is going to ramp him up even faster. Such a quick farming build. And now into the BKB, that is when things are going to get scary for Secret. Then they can't really use their Invoker against him. They still have the Lasso, of course, that they can try to cliff him with.
Yeah.
But it's gonna get harder for them. And that was a good move from Liquid to find those 2 kills, get that aggressive vision out as well.
I'm waiting for them to Roshan as well. Like you've got a Broodmother running in the mid with Mask of Madness up and running.
And the Medallion, yeah,
and Medallion, like there's so much that allows them just to snipe out Roshan. Even Miracle, like just having him on the front lines for Roshan does the work.
Yep.
But the longer they wait, the more opportunity it is for MP to get in there and take Roshan. They have negative armor of their own. GH, once again. It seems like he is the punching bag of KheZu.
Yeah. He has 7 out of 9 deaths on Liquid. Oh wait, that's wrong. 7 out of 15. That's not how the scoreboard works. That's half the deaths. He's getting found and targeted a lot, and it's a good thing for Secret to keep him down. I think if they could choose, they would have probably rather had a couple of those kills on someone else, but the supports of Liquid are not having that good of a game. That's where the net worth discrepancy is, because their cores are doing wonderfully.
YapzOr's in trouble. Nice tornado, creating some space here from mid one. YapzOr needs that distance, and the Glimmer Cape from Puppey will do it. But Topperman wants to fight, but he's blinded up at the moment. Mid one, keeping the cold snap going. Is that fresh? Actually, no. Wu has the gem. It got picked up. It's in the hands of Invoker, who goes down. The gem of True Sight gets lost on the deck. MP's trying to regather it. It's not going to work. It's in the hands of KheZu. They need to keep this Gem of True Sight, but now it's KheZu. They're just going from Gem Carrier to Gem Carrier. A double kill for Miracle. And now it's up to MP to stand his ground and keep the fight going. He's got the gem. 3rd Gem Carrier. This thing's an albatross. Take it and you die. Team Liquid lose 4 heroes. Team Secret lose 4 heroes to Team Liquid.
They have to buy back. This lineup pushes really fast as well. Lifestealer and the Brood can both hit. There's the Insatiable Hunger.
That's money you do not want to have to use right now.
If they don't buy back, they lose this tier 3. Then they will probably hold after that. But losing that tier 3 and opening up the shrines next to Roche will also give Liquid Roshan inevitably. They are going to back out. Yeah, Miracle's actually sticking around for a bit. Alright.
Ease away.
That's enough. That's a big swing, that moment. That's like a 5k swing.
Yep.
That one fight. And it looks scary for Matumba. I don't blame Secret for going for that kill. Matumba was really far out on his own. They had the gem. They just didn't have the damage.
He's got so much lifesteal. Like, how do you combat that? And now Puppey's going to die as well. It just went from bad to worse for him. He needed the 4-staff in the last fight, but he decided to invest into the gem over finishing his 4-staff.
That's what Brood does to you. It's that mental damage. Actively giving the enemy team brain damage, Toby. That's what that hero is.
I just love how you've gone from VP smacking their head up against a wall in our first series to the day 2, now the brain damage which Team Secret are suffering at the hands of Liquid.
It's really hard, man. It's hard to play this game. I think Secret are actually playing very well. I want to commend them on this game. In my mind, this game is so difficult to play, and they've made a lot of good moves, but it just takes one slip-up like that to put themselves back in a really bad spot.
Yeah, and then they play recovery. Like, yeah. Mid one had the better lane than anyone thought he was going to. The influence of MP early on was also fantastic. They shut down Mind Control, because Mind Control as well as GH gave them that double kill on the top at the very beginning of the game too. So they've taken the good parts. They at least came up with a plan. Like, they pushed down tier 1 towers. They try and restrict the field of play for Team Liquid.
They played the Quaswex Invoker. They took the steps that they could, and they got the laning that they could, which at the end of the day was not that bad. Like, their laning was fine. To be honest.
Is Kura meant to do this? He's got the Tome of Knowledge sitting in his backpack. I guess, is there a reason to save it beyond level 11?
Kura, read a book, dude. Just read it. This doesn't do anything. I think he just forgot, honestly. He's not noticing, and I was like, oh, I have a book.
It's like, I must have my sentry ward to reveal there.
Unless if he wants to save it to just get level 12, and wants to, like, fool the opposing team to thinking he's level 11. Something like that. Like, some next level stuff would be the only reason I can see. Okay, now it was definitely a mistake, because now you Serpent Force.
Yeah. Mass Serpent was down, right on top of Roshan. And Bristle is in the neighborhood. Roshan's going down not that quickly. The Dream Core's burnt, and the fact that mid one's already lost in the mid lane is 100% Team Liquid will now get Roshan. No YOLO YapzOr play. And they actually had a lot of player deaths in this game.
Yeah.
30 already at the 25-minute mark. Harder one to predict.
The rest is going like I predicted. I said Liquid for Roche kills, first blood 0-3, and then highest net worth Brood Mother, because this is a Brood game. This is such a Brood game, man.
I'm still wondering if he could end it. Like, you've got the BKB, you've got a wonderful combat thing, but pushing high ground against Team Secret is a pain in the butt. Like, if you get EMP tornadoed, like, you're already going to run out of most of the mana for the Brood Mother. Like, this combination is difficult to force the issue against Team Secret when they defend high ground.
Kuro has still not used this book, man. I'm
getting triggered.
Yeah, I'm
Blink Last Hope, they found a target up on top. It's Livestealer pulling it back in. They need a quick kill. Locking him inside the cogs will allow them to fight Miracle, but Miracle, he does so much damage with an extra Crystallis in his inventory. He'll hide inside of Mind Control Tornado, picking them up and down, still able to jaunt away to safety. And YapzOr's already starting his TP out. Matumbaman is in the middle of this fight. He knows he cannot stand and live here. Matumbaman triggering the BKB. Quick 4-star. Gets mid one a little bit further out. He's got that Rod of Atos. He's waiting for the right time just to pop somebody. And the only casualty of war here for Team Secret was actually Puppey.
And the courier got killed by the tower. Flew in.
Okay. Whoops.
Oh, Courier's the book, Toby. Here we go.
Oh wait, did he?
He noticed, I think.
Okay, he's been smarts now.
Yeah. I was starting to wonder, since it had been that long and he had used another item from his inventory, that he simply was doing something that I wasn't aware of, but I think that's too much. Anyway, let's go mid.
Yeah, Rod of Atos on the Brood Mother, trying to hold in there as long as they can. Get that negative armor in. Mass open wards triggered out by Kuro in front of the Rax. They need to actually focus down onto that Rax, but it's only the melee. But Matumbaman, Tornado's going to pick him up. Remember, he's got the Aegis Immortal, so he'll come back to life. But no BKB, no insatiable hunger, but they have a Miracle moving straight forward. YapzOr hook shots forward, doesn't actually get the cogs off. It was on cooldown. Rod of Atos is actually slowing down Batrider. 4-star was able to pull Matumbaman back in range of YapzOr and MP. The trade-off is a 1-for-1, however. Mind Control went in deep, and GH, successful TP out. Yep, he's able to do that. Who else have they got? It's Mind Control. Not a lot of mana. One charges. He's getting cold snapped up. Unable to use his blink. The Illuminate's a little bit off target. And now, oh, do they actually see the edge vision? Orbs down. Still worried. Down south. The Sunstrike. The Illuminate's going to connect. They know he's there. There's no TP out. This is an important kill if they can get it, because it's their Gem of True Sight that they want to reclaim. Mind Control now heads north after being down south. Mid lane got attacked, and you actually lost your mid Rax because Miracle just ran in and took the bloody Rax while they were chasing Mind Control Gem up on the top lane.
He juked them for a good 20 seconds there, at least. Wow. And
Smoke mirrors distraction.
That was a really good defense, though, by Secret. That was very nice. The way they combined their spells and set up the defense with the Tornado EMP, like you mentioned, they get the right lasso target, the right time, and it was probably a little bit too deep by Matumbaman there on the Brood to dive like that. He felt safe. You know, he had Aegis on level 22. He's a really strong hero.
Alright, is this Team Secret just saying, like, alright boys, like, enough is enough. We'll have mid one. Actually, mid one can't beat TN. He's got phase boots. There's like 4 heroes grouping up for the mid. Let MP do the pushing. TP is on the way from Team
recall.
Liquid.
They can bring the Invoker with recall at least, so they will be able to get him back.
That's if the fight comes off. They're smoking up and they're going to wrap around the bottom. There is no vision whatsoever, but the circle which was drawn up from mid one was right on top of where Team Liquid is.
Oh, they're going to find someone here.
Yeah, MP's nearby. Mind Control. Okay,
oh, maybe not.
They've gone the wrong direction, but obviously they don't see what we see. Or else they would have turned left.
Full on disengage there. Secret. They just, the moment darkness was popped, they just ran for the hills. Oh. GH did get some info there. He saw MP, but doesn't have enough assistance from his team to go for that kind of a kill.
I like the build from MP. Shiva's Guard's coming up next for him. It's going to be difficult to keep the spiders alive, as well as keep the chase going once the immunity's out for both Lifestealer as well as Broodmother. Not to mention the great armor.
My concern for Secret is still that they don't have enough damage.
Yeah,
I think that's the problem. Like, maybe you have to go for Shivas here, but who is actually going to kill the heroes in BKB and in Rage? They are going to have a very hard time bringing down anyone.
It could be Invoker, but not for another 10-15 minutes.
Yes.
So they have to survive for that long and get
mid-1
space.
He is starting a Bloodthorn build-up on Invoker, or at least an Orchid.
They're going to try and kite it. Like that's what has to happen. You've already got 3 4-stars, mid 1 Yapzor as well as Puppey, and 4 actually. Kezu's got 1 as well. So with all of these 4-stars, then you run of Atos, you just have to kite them out while Rage or BKB is triggered. It's the only way they can really do it.
For that to work, Liquid has to want to fight them though. They can just choose to farm. They own more than 3/4 of the map right now with their heroes. And Brood can just farm with the spiders while they push out all the lanes. And this is a lineup with Keeper of the Light and Invoker to push waves that just can't get out anymore.
Trapped at home.
Yep, pretty much.
Well, Team Liquid can keep their farm going. Matumberman, he's actually looking for a Bloodthorn of his own. Able to farm very efficiently across the map. Meanwhile, Team Liquid, it's 1 minute 40 seconds until Roshan could potentially spawn for them. Then Aegis, the Immortal, and Cheese to go high ground. What's mind control? So it's just... He's got the Lincoln Sphere coming on the courier. So more ways to counter the initiation of the Bat Rider. They got the Lotus Orb already up on the Night Stalker. It's so hard for Secret to get initiations. They actually they have to rely on Liquid to run at them. That's
pretty much. And they just got the gem on Bat Rider, so maybe they can try to find the Brute that way. But right now, Brute is kind of 5,000 range away from the hero, so that's not really going to work for now.
This is not what they wanted to have to do. Like Kezu expending his BKB money in order to buy the gem.
Yeah.
But Puppey also needs to complete up more items. He's actually... Okay, he just bought a Ghost Scepter to try and survive.
That's one good thing here. There's no diffusals yet on the Dire. Looks like they're not interested in buying them. Lifesteal is going AC. Brute is going Orchid into Bloodthorn, more than likely. Well, he already has the Bloodthorn recipe. He has the Chrysalis as well, so the Bloodthorn is not far away for Matumba.
Oh, he's gonna hit like a truck. Like Daedalus on Miracle. Like he's already hitting like a truck. And the Assault Cuirass. Looks like he only needs the Plate Mail now. The rest of it sitting on the Courier, which is coming out with the Bloodthorn. I'm just trying to look on the bright side for Team Secret, and there isn't much of one. You're 20,000 net worth behind.
It's day.
With no way to really stop, but yay!
That's kind of the upside.
And no darkness for 62 seconds.
They got a 60-second window to try and go.
But no Aghanim Scepter on a Keeper of the Light.
No.
Oh.
If they don't try to go now, then it's going to be harder in 2 minutes. It's going to be night for 6 minutes.
It's 25k on the experience graph.
Yeah?
Oh.
That's something Brood does as well. We talked about how farmed it gets and how good the lane is. His talents are incredible. 25% XP gain, 350 health on level 15, 70 attack speed,
and then be level 25 by 35 minutes in.
Yep. What's his XP per minute right now? Oh, that was a kill. Mid one. Found Kuro. The entire team connected up there to get that kill.
Oh, and money. MP taking the wards.
It's 800 XPM on Brood right now.
Alright, maybe it's going to be the Brood Mother and not the Meepo that everyone thought it was going to be who gets that one.
I need a couple more Brood games that will go like this, but I could see it happening, for sure.
Oh, mind control.
Left.
Infest time! Only you're doing this if you want to go for a gank.
Yeah, they're trying to snipe a kill bottom lane, I think. When this wave pushes in, they're expecting 1 or 2 heroes to just try to defend this wave and then pounce on that. This can go wrong. Secret actually here with good numbers, they're not going to try.
No. At least mid one has the money for the Orchid. He'll have to expend his buyback if he wants it. And they just come to Roshan instead. That'll work. BT's up, Miracle just hitches a ride. So, nice for them. Aegis and Cheese. Miracle's got a slot open. You give it to him just because Matumberman, like the Aegis? Just because Matumberman's already pretty invincible?
Matumba takes the cheese. I think the Brood is more susceptible to dying than the Lifestealer. Lifestealer has a lot more armor. But what they're going to do here is they put the Aegis on the hero that's going to siege the racks. They'll send in Lifestealer, he will use Rage, and he will hit the tower. If he gets lassoed, he has a second life, and then Liquid are going to come in storming with all of their team fight.
Oh, blink, lasso. That Aegis the Immortal may not be going to good use. They forced up again, trying to get him in range of the tier 4 towers, and also using that new silence they've found. But Miracle rages up, and maybe he's got enough lifesteal to stay alive. Bristleback turns the back. EMP, no, not following up, just the tornado. But Matumberman has no mana anyway. Cheese is available. Miracle, Aegis the Immortal has burnt. And a lot of that doesn't really count for much now. Team Liquid not getting what they wanted out of it.
Lasso's on cooldown. That's the silver lining here.
That's true.
Now Lifestealer can go in and hit with Rage, and nobody can stop him.
The cogs are there to push him back once it breaks off. Koro puts down the Aghanim, Septimaster wards. These have to be killed off by Team Secret if they want to continue to fight around their own tower. Kezu stacking everyone up with the gunk. Sticky napalm. Nice hook shot from Yapsaw. Isolating Miracle. He'll fall down with no buyback. But Toman triggers his BKB. But it's a low BKB time now, and already Kezu is on the hunt, trying to keep the vision. Tornado is not going to reach Matumberman. Tier 3 tower remains alive on the bottom.
Nice kill.
You can already see him coming back to make sure that there is no shenanigans, but the man who did it last time, Miracle, is dead.
That was really well set up. They forced him to use Rage, and then when Rage was on cooldown, the angle for the hookshot was presented to Yapsaw, and he just jumped for it. Had a feeling that Rage wasn't going to be ready, and Rage came off cooldown just when Miracle died. Still, though, you know, it's like a bit of both, right? It's great defensive plays by Secret, but honestly also just a little bit sloppy. Liquid send in the Lifestealer alone at first, he gets caught, then he's in the enemy base, wastes the Aegis, has to disengage, and then the second time he gets caught again. So, you know, Liquid can probably just group up as 5, play this one a little bit more tight and a little more disciplined, and they would probably have a second lane of Rax by now. But a little bit of mistakes and maybe overconfidence can cost you a bit. They have a big buffer.
Yeah.
They have so much margin for error right now.
But when you have this kind of buffer, every mistake means so much as well. Like, you had an advantage of 22,000 net worth. You get to lose 2,000 just because you've lost one hero.
Yeah. Do you think that Lifesteal's going to die 11 times?
I don't know about that many times. Yamsaw's going to look for the hook shot. Too short. Mid one wants to go for more. A quick tornado up. There is phase shift as well as orb. And he's able to do both of those to get away mind control.
I think he would have died if that hook connected, actually. Yeah. Pretty sure they had enough in the tank to get him out.
Because it would have been like battery assault and more control.
Yep. It's pretty good damage. Clockwork still deals good damage at this stage of the game when you isolate a hero.
You just need to have a little bit more of a level. Have that level 3 hook shot.
Yep.
As opposed to the 2 he's got.
The angle was good enough, he just didn't have the range. Liquid are going to go again. They don't seem too phased by that mistake they made before. They still have the cheese, I believe, on the Brood. Yes, they do. He's going to run down.
I say at least this time hook shot's off cooldown, but it's a low cooldown time. Miracle runs in, and goodbye tier 3 tower. Lincoln Spear from Mind Control, helping to protect him. Tornado will fly through, doesn't hit on anybody else. Meanwhile, Matumberman attacking the top tower with an army of Broodlings.
Coddle will take care of that. One Illuminate should do the trick.
Is it actually enough? Whew, good money, good money, good money, good money. He managed to get the mech hook shot out. They found a target. It's going to be Kuro. Battery Assault, making it difficult to really do anything. In fact, MP goes smack bang into the middle of it. Dream Call or not, MP's happy to sit in here, and they got the lasso. They got Broodmother, dragging Matumberman back inside the basement, right on top of Yapsaw. Matumberman will just eat everybody alive. Now he'll go for the bigger and more thistly version. MP trying to push Liquid away from that Rax, and Matumberman can do it again. Back up to the mid, back up to the top. Keep chipping away at the side towers and split the defense of Team Secret. Miracle down to the melee ranks. There's no fortification. MP can't really stop him. Maybe they can get a kill. The Rod of Atos is on Mind Control. They've got the Cool Spray kicking out. Mind Control, where are you going to go here? He jumps down and then tries to orb to the west. I don't know if mid one completely worked it out. The Deafening Blast, dodged by phase shift. GH still in the middle of this fight. MP, he can't do much. In fact, he's making space being made by GH, so Miracle can finish off the bottom ranks while Matumberman is taking the top. They're all over him like a hot rash, and I don't know if there's an ointment for Team Secret. MP trapped in with Miracle. The cogs from Yaps will try and create space, but Megas are up for Team Liquid. They have to find something here, Team Secret, because Liquid have taken everything. So Secret locked inside the Dream Call. Tornado at least sends Miracle up, back inside of Rage, still has the armor to toggle. GH want to give him a little bit more life. Into the back lines, it's Matumberman and Kuro. Massup Mords are there. They drop down a sentry looking for the target, but the Hex is over on MP. Massup Mords hoping for a trap, but the 4-star breaks in free. Matulman going after Puppey. Stealth Glimmers to get back to the tier 4 towers, while MP Shivas slows down Matumba as well as Kuro. The Rod of Atos holds the Brewmother in position, but then Cheese and then Munch, but not enough Munch. And the crunch is actually going to be Kuro's bones to make Secret's bread. But you're megged.
Yeah.
Upside for Liquid.
Matumba could have got out of there 10 times after Miracle disengaged, I think, but him and Kuro wanted to stick around for some fun.
Send that message. There's a reason why we're going to be #1 out of the groups. There's a reason why Team Secret...
There's a reason why we're going to be #1 out of the groups. We will run at you and give you kills, and you still lose.
Hey, it's the Matumbaman spirit. That's what he was always known for. He would dive when no one else would want to dive.
Man, this game is ugly. And I want to say, you know, you haven't watched this game, you just tuned in and you look at the graph and you're like, wow, Secret got trashed, right? But they actually played well. There's just some games where you're at a really big strategic disadvantage. I think they're on this stream that of games we've cast, this might be the biggest outpick I've seen. It's either this one or what was the other game we watched? I think it was one of Infamous' games that was also
the LGD Infamous game.
Yeah, there was an LGD Infamous game that was also pretty difficult. But this one, I think this one takes the cake for me. I really think Liquid did a very good job in tailoring their strategy. They've counterpicked so many elements of Secret's draft that Secret had to play their A game, and they're playing well. It's not enough. Yeah. They need to. I mean, I don't even know what to say, like what they should have done differently or better, because I'm already impressed with what they managed to do. It's just so hard.
Yeah. They fought valiantly, and now they're mega. They'll keep the defense going until Team Liquid decide to have another crack. This will probably be around Roshan, who spawns up in possibly 40 seconds. Matumba now has evasion to add to the mischance he's giving off, so he's got the Butterfly and the Radiance together with the Bloodthorn. So this Broodmother is beyond a beast, and the sustain from MP it's not going to be enough. Like, at least can reposition. Team Secret can still try and play the kite game, but there's only so much you can kite between a tier 4 tower as well as, okay, Miracle, what are you doing down there?
Like, what's happening, man? Like, what is this?
What is he doing down there?
He's like 1 on 5 in the enemy base. I don't know what's going on.
Like, the Brood's not even looking to fight that.
We still come back to the same problem with the Bristleback, though, right? You're saying he can probably still stay alive, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Liquid aren't hitting him. They're just pretending he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
They're going
That's why he's trying to force it. Like, he's trying to get an Abyssal Blade, so at least he can...
It doesn't deal damage, man.
Yeah, but he might be able to stun up the Broodmother when she's trying to insatiable hunger. I suppose that duration is 14 seconds, so okay, yeah.
I mean, it's still a good item. It's not that. Like, a lot of the times, Abyssal is the choice here for Bristleback. It's a good item. It's just like, who's going to kill the heroes if they actually go in together, right? If they isolate them one by one like this, then sure. But
it's got to be. I say it's got to be mid-1, but he's basically always forced into Quas Wex. Now it's Mind Control, who is 1 on 5 in exactly the same position Miracle was. Nice hook shot from Yamsol. They can keep the stuns going. He can't orb away the Gem of True Sight. Now picked up by Team Secret and Liquid. I don't know. It's like food for the poor right now. They've opened the kitchens.
Did I have any one of them in my fantasy team? I don't think so. They're just farming fantasy points.
No one will be using Liquid or Secret in their fantasy team. They only have one series today.
Oh, this is their only one?
Yeah, so it's like, unless they play 6 tie-breaking matches, you're not going to get your value out of either of these teams.
Unless Liquid somehow lose this game, they're not even playing a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I think. Or they could technically be tied for first, but I don't think that game gets played. I think it's about heads-up scores between Liquid and LGD, which might be a draw. Then I don't know what they do after that. But,
yeah.
Well, Secret staying alive. They keep finding these kills that Liquid want to give them.
And the more it happens, hey, there's Lotus Orb starting to appear over on Team Secret. One good fight, and they could potentially counter-push.
They still have to get through tier 2s, Toby. It's...
I'm looking on the bright side of life right now. Like, I'm Monty Pythoning the crap out of this stuff. Like, right now, Team Secret are being crucified, and they're like, you know what? There's a way down from this.
The biggest upside I can think of is that they do have Invoker. So if they somehow magically manage to delay this game far enough, he is probably the best hero in this game, in ultra late game.
They're turning him into a DPSer. Like, I've seen that Hurricane Pike being built. Oh, wait.
About it.
And now he's been having it for the last 5 minutes, but now he changed his mind.
To Shiva?
He's changed his mind to Shiva's God.
Yeah, well, if they're just playing defense duty and they think they can hold for a very long time, they can maybe get the damage items later.
But it's also like the BKB's getting lower. Even getting something like a Scythe of Vice. Like, the control from that may be a nice option, too.
That's a Lotus Orb on the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
Hex is not what it used to be. It's hard to use that item. There is one on Mind Control, actually, in this case, but he's also not playing against any Lotus right now.
You've got one. It's on Puppey.
Oh, there's one?
And there's a second one being built up by Yapsor.
Yeah. They're mainly getting it for that Hex. For the Hex and for the Night Stalker Silence. It's a... Hex is definitely not as good as it used to be because of Lotus Orb, because of Force Staff, and overall the build-up of it is very expensive and very slow for this patch, so it's hard to use it.
Bristles.
I don't think that's the item folks should get.
Bristle's not going to go for it. He's going for Mjolnir. So looking for his attack damage. Also, obviously the Lightning Shield. Team Liquid now have Refresh Orb, Aghanim Scepter, Shadow Shaman wards.
It's time to end with style here.
Yeah,
I think.
And they're going to smoke and come in. So
Here
prepare yourself, Secret. The Warriors be coming.
The Swarm is coming. Brood with Illus, a billion Serpent wards, Aegis and Cheese.
And they just have to Illuminate spam,
Toby,
try and keep him out.
This is the defense that they don't make. This is the hold that
I don't want to hear that negativity from you, Cinderin. Here comes your Illuminate Mind Control. Jumping in, he's got the Life Stealer inside of him. The Dream Colt already going to break the sun. Mid one wants back. Batalman attacking into the tier 4 towers. Mass Serpent Wars number 1. Mass Serpent Wars number 2. With a hook shot from Yapsor. Finding Kuro, but there's so many wards. So much damage. Miracle. He has the Aegis Immortal. They'll Abyssal Blaze on him up and drag him into the fountain. That's the way you win a TI. Take the cause into the fountain. Miracle. He's going to actually have the Aegis Immortal popped. The tier 4 towers are falling. MP, too much damage from the Mass Serpent wards, and now Miracle's alive once more. MP will die. Back it up, but it's already GG. The Fortress will pop, and Team Liquid, in style, take game 1.
It's like artillery barrage of Serpent wards just standing there. Oh... Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? I think that's just one of those games where when the game is over, Secret are like, you know what, guys, we did our best. We played pretty well. They probably think they played pretty well, but that was just an outdraft in my book. Like, that game is really hard to play. And now Liquid are just gonna walk out feeling happy about themselves. Kuro with that grin on his face. Did you guys see that?
You see, I single-handedly finished the game.